My name is Eric Monroe. I'm a photographer. I document abandoned places for a living. A few months ago, I accepted a solo overnight job in an old southern mansion that had been abandoned for decades. No power, no neighbors, no contact. The deal was simple. Spend one night, photograph the interior, get paid $3,000. I didn't ask why the price was so high for a single night. I should have. The mansion was deep in the woods of Central Virginia, 2 hours from the nearest town. A long dirt road led to rusted gates, chained open. The house was massive, 3 stories, decaying white pillars, vines wrapping around broken windows like fingers, the paint peeled in strips. The front porch had holes in it, and yet it felt like something inside had been waiting. Inside was worse. No graffiti, no animal droppings, no signs of trespassing, just stillness, like the air hadn't moved in years. The floors were intact, furniture untouched. A grand staircase stood in the center, a chandelier above, wrapped in cobwebs. The agency had left a folder on the entry table. Floor plan, house history, keys, a note. Do not enter the nursery after midnight. At the time, it made me laugh. I unpacked my gear and set up in the central hall. By 7 p.m., the sun dipped below the tree line and darkness swallowed the windows. I started photographing room by room. A dining room with rotting plates still on the table. A study full of books warped from moisture. The music room with a piano missing half its keys. In every photo, the lighting was off. Even with my flash, everything looked dim, like the shadows were swallowing the light. At 9:12 p.m., I heard the first noise. A soft tapping, like fingertips, coming from the second floor. I called out, "Hello." Nothing. Then a creak, like someone stepped into a hallway above me. I thought maybe it was the old wood settling. I was wrong. I climbed the stairs slowly, camera in hand. The second floor was even colder. No draft, just wrong. The doors were all shut, except one. The master bedroom. I stepped inside. A massive bed with torn sheets. A vanity mirror. A fireplace with ashes still inside. I raised the camera. Took a photo. Flash. Preview. And I froze. In the reflection of the mirror behind me. A woman. Long dark hair. Pale dress. But her face was covered in a veil. Thin, gauzy. Like old funeral fabric. I turned around. No one there. Snapped again. Mirror was empty. I left the room and backed into the hall, just in time to hear a music box start playing from behind another door. It was the nursery. I recognized it from the floor plan. White door, hand-painted letters, Eloise. The music stopped the moment I touched the knob. Inside, a crib, a rocking horse, stuffed animals on a shelf, walls painted with clouds, faded and chipped. It smelled sweet, like powder and roses. Wrong for a room that hadn't been touched in 60 years. On the floor lay a broken doll with missing eyes. Then I heard it. A giggle. Light. Innocent. Right behind me. I turned, nothing. I raised my camera to the crib. Snap. Something was in the crib. Not a baby. Something black. Curled. Like smoke in a human shape. Then the crib slammed shut on its own. I ran. Back in the hall, I checked my watch. 3:17 a.m. The exact time all the stories said strange things happened in this house. I tried to check my phone. Screen was black. Camera? Frozen. Wouldn't even power on. I started hearing whispers. Not from a room. From inside the walls. And all at once, every door on the second floor slammed shut. I ran down the stairs, but the first floor was different now. The walls looked older. The wallpaper was new, like time had reversed. Candles were lit. The chandelier glowed. Furniture clean. And standing in the hallway, the woman in the veil. Only now, I could see her face through the fabric. No eyes, just holes, and a stitched mouth. I tried the front door. Locked. Back door. Chained shut. Windows. Bricked over. I sprinted to the cellar door. Maybe there was an old exit. As I opened it, cold air rushed out. Stale. Rotten. There were scratches on the inside of the door, like someone had tried to claw their way out. The woman was behind me now. I heard the dragging steps. I made a choice. I jumped into the cellar. Fell hard. Hit the ground. Everything went black. I woke up just after dawn, lying on the front lawn. My camera bag was beside me. The house was behind me, but it was different. No windows, no door, no furniture inside, just walls, like it had been burned out years ago. I looked through my camera roll. All the photos I'd taken gone, except one, the woman in the hallway. No veil, no stitched mouth, just her smiling at the camera, holding the broken doll from the nursery. In the photo, she was standing behind me. I didn't tell the agency what happened. I didn't keep the money either. I don't talk about it, not with family, not with friends. But every night at 3:17 a.m., I wake up and I hear something in the hallway. Just one word. Stay.